I was commentating F1 last week. I'm now commentating both F3 and F1 this week. This will be fun. Mike's testing me to see how far my voice can go. Are you alright to put the stream link in the chat, Calic?
Yeah, okay.
Cool, cool. It looks dry.
Yeah, dry.
And that's what all the drivers wanted, is they wanted the dry session.
Yeah, I want to. I don't like wet.
Well, I'm still adjusting to my wheel, so if I ever have any kind of rain, I'm buggered. Looks like there is a Mercedes and a Renault that are both going to be first out of the pits. It is the Renault of... How did their car actually loaded up? It is the Renault of Calmel.
Yeah,
Right, let's get this up. Hello. We've got all the F2 guys joining the stream without even needing the link. I think they're just that excited for a F2 race later on.
Yeah, they have the notifications.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got them on as well. Just so I know that the stream's working. It's the only reason why I have the notification on.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is on track. Bloody hell, Golden Falcon get very close to Austria Naughty down the back straight into turn 4. Don't want to be crashing into each other on their outlaps.
Yeah, no.
Nigel's just come out of the pits. Fast Peaking Pro, Hyphen Slays and Clayton all in the pits. Taking their time before they go out on their run. First guy is Calmel, who's starting a lap.
Yeah.
Oh, very wide on the exit of turn 1 there from Calmel. Might have invalidated us. Let's have a look at his telemetry. That would give us the best indication now. Still running max revs. 17.0 first sector.
Yeah.
Also gain. Let's keep an eye on Calmel still, because he's going to be the first person to complete a lap, coming through turns 5 and 6. 47.5 middle sector, not the best, but it is the first run of the day. As Calmel's going to come up to the line, not well, a tidy but not necessarily fast final sector from Calmel as he crosses the line to do a 108.0, which Dave immediately beats to do a 107.5. Calmel's lap was invalidated. I don't know where he got invalidated.
Yeah.
Nigel's putting a 16.8 first sector, so that's quite quick. Papistine, 7.4, currently fastest.
Across the line. 1 minute.
Ooh, good lap.
Nice lap, nice lap.
Very good lap from Golden Falcon, puts him in pole position at the moment. After 6 drivers have posted laps.
Finishing his lap on super soft.
Invalidated. No, he's just starting his. Rinky Morris, 106.8. Pops himself at the top of the tables now. But that's the benchmark time, a 106.8 from Rinky Morris. Fast Peaking Pro, who apparently was really quick in Canada. I wasn't watching the F3 race last week.
Yeah, he won quite easily.
Opting to do his first lap on the harder super soft tyres. Be interesting to see where his pace is compared to the other guys on this tyre. Calmel again with another invalidated lap, dives into the pits. Did Aaron just improve to 107.3? I think he did. He did indeed. Using a lot of the curb on the entry there. And again, decent traction out of the corner as well. Where's this going to put him? It is going to be a 1 minute 7.6. Currently the second slowest lap time we've had, but he is on the super soft tyres. Only 8/10 of a second off the fastest time of the session.
Invalid. And lap Aaron has lap.
I think Aaron's on an in lap.
I don't know.
No, he's only half a tenth down. Okay. Seems weird that he's doing another run.
Well, that maybe is invalid. I don't know.
Yeah, he's diving into the pits. He's invalidated that lap. Whoa! Almost spins it on the curb of turn 7. Austria Naughty's out on an out lap.
Yeah.
Oh god, apologies for that. Oh, Dane, I've just spotted in the timing screens has just put himself into P3 with a 106.966, just 7 thousandths of a second off Golden Falcon. Austria Naughty with a fairly quick sector 1 as well of a 16.9. Wide entry though through turn 4.
Yeah.
Here comes the tricky section of 5 and 6. Seemed to be not too bad through there. I didn't actually look at his middle sector time.
Yeah.
Going across the line now for Austria Naughty. It's going to be a 1 minute 7.3, which puts him 5th.
Yeah. Pretty nice lap.
That gap separating 4th and 5th is really close, and between 2nd and 3rd. 2nd and 3rd separated by 7 thousandths, 4th and 5th separated by 300ths of a second. I agree, Chill Drive. It is very interesting to see the super soft tyres coming out on somebody. But I reckon Fast Peaking Pro...
Pistol is on a lap now, gone to turn 2.
Who is?
Lapa Pystyn.
A Papiston.
Rider in the Williams.
Yeah, have a look. Oh, understeer through that corner. That corner is really hard to get right.
Yeah, it is. But that was nice.
Yeah, very nice through 6 and 7. Up the hill towards 8. Missing the apex a bit there. But gets turn 9 pretty much spot on. Across the line for a 107.0, so he improves his time, moves himself up into 5th place.
Yeah, nice.
The reason why he's 5th is because Dave has improved to a 106.950. So that gap now between 2nd and 4th, 16 thousandths separating 3 cars there for 2nd place. It's always when we're watching somebody else that somebody else goes in and puts in a blinder.
Yeah.
See if Aaron's on a lap. Looks like he might be.
Yeah, I think he is.
16.8 sector 1. I think it was a late 46 in the middle sector, which again is not too bad.
And I think Drink Morris is... No, that's not.
I'll have a look at Rinky once Aaron's crossed the line. Aaron's going to come across the line to do a 1 minute 7.069. So he does improve by 0.2 of a second, but misses out on overtaking the Papistin by 1/100th of a second. So it's so close in the field here. 1/10 separates 2nd to 6th. That's unbelievable stuff. Rinky looks like he invalidated this lap because he's going very slow to set himself up for another one. After what was an excellent sector 1 of a 16.6. I think that's the fastest sector 1 we've seen all day. Oh, big cut at turn 1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his lap over already. And I think that's his session over as well. Well, he's paused it yet. That is his session over. Dave's only got to find 1/10 to take pole position from Rinky Morris. The whole field's close.
Improved on sector 1.
Look at sector 2 split. Ooh, 2,000ths down apparently.
Oh.
Must have made a mistake somewhere in the middle sector.
Yeah.
We'll see though, if he can nail this final 2 corners, he could be in with a chance. Yeah, using it a lot of the curve. I'm not sure whether it was invalid. Oh, losing the back end a little bit out of the final corner. 106.7, he does do it. Yeah. I thought that when he lost the back end, I thought that lap was over and done with.
Yeah.
Well, that was in the bin, but...
Oh, it's left.
106.787, and this is really close between the top 6 here in F3.
Yeah.
3/10 separating the top 6. And just 1/10 separating 3rd from 6th.
No.
I'm going to watch Golden Falcon, he's just started a lap. Oh no, he's just abandoned it. Must have cut his own 1 to let Dane through. 14,000ths up in sector 1 from Dane. Oh, Dave almost getting in the way there, that was close. Very risky from Dave there, slowing down and moving at the wrong point there.
Fast is improving on sector 1.
Dane's lost time in the middle sector.
Nigel, 7.
7th here with a 107.2.
Yeah, improved by 5.5 tenths.
It's not a bad improvement that. I'll have a look at fast peaking as well, as he seems to be on a flying lap.
Corner.
107.3 from Astronauti, 107.0 from Dane, does not improve his lap.
Yeah.
Peaking has hit too much curb in the final corner, and that's his lap over and done with as well. His session's over, he's in the wall with front wing damage. I think he was 4/10 up out of the middle sector, so he could have improved into the late 1:06s there. As Calmel's going to cross the line to start a lap with just, what, 2 seconds left on the clock, I think? 3 seconds left. So it's only Dave Lapapistine and Calmel that are out on track to do laps.
Lapapistine is also.
Dave's run out of fuel, so Dave's session's over. Golden Falcon is also out on track. And 0.5 up in sector 1. He's got to find 2.5 tenths if he wants to take pole position away from Astronauti. Oh, again, too much curb. That sausage curb is lethal. You don't want to cut that final corner too much, otherwise that will be the result. The car just won't turn. It'll bottom out and just not turn. So that Golden Falcon session over. It looked like he was on for a quick lap as well. Let's watch Lapapistine.
And now Lapa across the line.
106.4. Wonderful lap from Lapapistine.
Yeah, what a lap.
And Calmel's abandoned his run, so nobody's going to be able to improve on that. Lapapistine gets pole by just over 0.2 of a second from Astronauti. Dave qualifies 3rd. Rinky Morris 4th. Golden Falcon 5th. Great Dane just 0.007 of a second off of Golden Falcon in 6th.
Yeah.
Aaron down in 7th, just 1/10 of a second off Dane. Nigel in 8th. Colin 9th. And Fast Peaking Pro on the Super Soft tyres qualifying 10th. So he will start on the Super Softs. Calmel, Hyphens and Clayton not setting laps. It is quite easy to corner cut around this track though, which is probably why.
Yeah.
You do see a lot of drivers cutting, especially turn 1. Turns 5, 6 and 7 and the final corner as well. Very easy to cut the final corner. Or track extend on the exit. Children, I reckon we've got a good chance of seeing Peaking get the 1 stop through, starting on those Super Softs. It's not easy, but it's definitely a manageable strategy. Oh, there's the smoke alarms going off in my house. Wonderful. That's not what we want right now.
Yeah, no. And there are the qualifying results. Yeah, Lapa with a very nice lap in pole, and yeah, everyone can see. But the gap from P3 to P6 is quite small, but yeah. Now Johnny's house is burning, which is very good. And is it already? What?
Right, I am back. Sorry about that. My mom decided to set fire to the dinner.
Yeah, I thought so.
Again, dry race as well. It's not something I was expecting. I think every race I've done around Austria has at least had rain at some point.
Maybe there is. We don't know.
True, it doesn't look like... Oh, it looks like it could be overcast, yeah. So we might get some rain maybe later on in the race.
It is overcast.
Oh, this is a lovely camera angle of the pit lane we've got here as they're about to start the formation lap. There we go. Papistin leads the drivers away on the formation lap. Astronauti second, Dave in third. Astronauti second? Yeah, that is correct. Had a brain fart for a second.
Yeah.
Rinky Morris fourth, Golden Falcon fifth, Dane in sixth in the Ferrari. Currently third in the championship, I believe. He is. Great Dane. Dave currently leading,
yeah,
despite being a reserve.
Yeah.
Where's Rinky? Rinky is fifth. Golden Falcon way down in 15th place with just 8 points at the moment.
Yeah.
Where's Aaron? Aaron is fourth, just 10 points off the lead of the championship, because of course KLC has been promoted to F1.
Yeah.
After some dominating performances early on in the season. Yeah, he was too quick for this tier.
Yeah.
And it shows by the fact that he almost nabbed the podium in his first race in F1.
Yeah. But I got the podium.
Because he corner cuts. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigel starting 8th. Where is Nigel in the championship? He is 7th on 20 points.
And someone is off.
Colin down in 9th position on the grid is 11th in the championship on 13 points. Peking new driver, but is moved straight up to 6th in the championship after winning in Canada last week. Calmel without a point yet in the season. He'll want to hopefully notch up his first points of the season. Clayton is on 15 points in 9th place. And Hyphens in the other Force India is on 2 points. The lights are coming on for the Austrian Grand Prix for F3. It is lights out and away we go. That was not a long start at all. But great start from Astronauti. Lepapistin bogging down off the line. Astronauti flies into first place off the start, and Rinky's into second. Yeah, there is a crash in the back. It was the McLaren off in the background. I think that was Colin. There's a lot of moving about going on down this straight as well. There's the Ferrari of Dane off massively in the background. I think he must have been punted by a car behind, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or just missed his braking zone, one of the two. But he's now down in 12th position as Clayton has paused his game and is down at the back. Calmel and Hyphens side by side into turn 4. Late braking from Calmel almost forces Hyphens wide, but he compromises himself. And he drops down to 12th now. Dane back up into 11th. Got Nigel right on the back of Golden Falcon coming into 6 and 7. Can't get the move done, but it's allowing Peking to get a look at him. Peking already into 7th place, starting on those super soft tyres.
Yeah, very good start.
Oh, defensive from Nigel, pulling to the left then, or to the right then to the left, very quickly. He's done his one move.
Yeah. He has bad exit and...
Here comes peaking. Oh, lag.
Trying to get overtaken.
Did you just get a big lag spike then, or was that just me?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We've got Dave coming up to the back of Rinky into turn 3. Is he going to try and outbrake him? No, he's not. Or he might try and lunge up the inside of turn 3, but he doesn't. Stays in 4th position at the moment, Dave. As Colin and Calmel are both in the pits after that one. Dane on the back of Hyphens on the run into turn 4. We'll want to gain up positions after a mistake on that one. Saw him run very wide into turn 3. Not going to make the move on this lap. Or is he? There's some lag, I think, from Hyphens. I'm hoping it's not me that's lagging. I'm hoping it's... if it's me that's lagging, then it's the entire lobby that will be lagging.
For me, Hyphens just went wide and turned into tunnel.
It looked like it was... looks like it was lag from my POV.
Yeah.
But we've got the Papistin on the back of Astronautias. The Papistin put in the fastest lap of the race last lap, I believe. So it was the fastest runner on that second lap, despite losing the lead off the line. Not going to make the move, but Rinky's right on the back as well, wanting to try and capitalise on any mistakes. And Rinky's got a great exit from turn 3.
Yeah.
The Papistin gives him room, but Rinky slows down a little bit too much, braking a little bit too heavily there to try and get the move done.
Oh, Dave lost it.
Oh, rip Dave.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's not an easy corner sometimes. If you turn a little bit too sharply into turn 6, you will spin. The back end will not like you.
Yeah. And he has damage.
Fast peaking, looking at the back of Nigel. So fast peaking now up into 6th place on those super soft tyres. As we have Nigel wide out of turn 1, and Rinky, sorry. Rinky was the one that ran wide out of turn 1, and he's lost the position to Golden Falcon. He now moves into 3rd. Let's see if there's anything else going on track. There's just this 3-car battle for 3rd place going on at the moment between Golden Falcon, Rinky Morris and Nigel are on the back of this. Rinky's teammate.
And now fast taking pro is also touching them.
He is indeed. So this could be a 4-car fight for the final podium position.
He's getting fast. Yeah. Too wide. Pushes Nigel off. And just moved on.
Yeah, fast peaking up into 5th place. Nigel running a little bit wide out the final corner, I think. But yeah, fast peaking pro now up into P5 on those super soft tyres. I reckon he's going to be one-stopping in this race.
Yeah.
Gives him a good chance at the win if he can keep this pace up. Yeah, 5 positions in 5 laps. If he keeps going at this rate, he'll be in the lead by lap 10. Which will probably be when a lot of the ultra soft runners will be pitting. If not maybe a little bit before then. Dave and Calmel. Calmel's just let Dave through by the looks of that down the pit straight. So Dave up into the points again. After losing it in turn 6 and 7 a couple of laps ago. Golden Falcon.
A better run than Falcon from those, I don't know. Doesn't get moved on yet. Falcon.
Oh, Golden Falcon very wide out of the final corner, but Rinky was losing the back end himself. Whoa, lag. Oh, God.
Lag.
I think that might be me, annoyingly.
Yeah.
As the Papistin is round on the exit of turn 1.
Oh no.
That's his potential chances of a win over and done with. I don't think he's got damage, so he must have just lost it of his own accord on the exit of turn 1.
Maybe.
Rinky has got past Golden Falcon as well while I was looking at Lopapistim spinning off. Rinky's up into second, but Golden Falcon's right on the back of him as they run down to turn 4. Rinky defends well, makes his car as wide as possible on the track. So Rinky holds on to second place.
And Viking Pro is right behind them.
Yeah, just 4/10 separate, half a second separating second, third and fourth here. Golden Falcon very wide through turn 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mitchell, if you think about it with the super soft starters have fresher tyres at the end of the race, so they'll be faster at the end. Aaron's in the pits. The Papistim pitting as well, so he must have had damage.
He has no damage, but Aaron has.
Yeah, Aaron's got half a front wing. The Papistim, he might have invisible damage that we can't see. We'll have a look.
Yeah, maybe.
No, they're not changing his front wing, so it's just for a fresh set of ultra soft tyres.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing things. I thought I saw rain for a second, but I didn't. Oh, really quickly. He's closing a second on this lap as Dave puts in the fastest lap of the race of a 109.4 on his fresh super softs. Rinky's closed a second on Astronauti on this lap. So really charging at the moment is Rinky Morris. As there's another little lag spike. Warlock, I think they're going so slow because they don't want to pit entry like Maledictus had in practice, or like Chill Drive had. And we got Peking as well, quite close to the back of Golden Falcon to take a podium position. Wide from Golden Falcon on the exit of turn 1. He seems to be making a lot of mistakes here under pressure from the guys behind. Stick with this battle for the lead between Astronauti and Rinky Morris.
Yeah.
Slipstream down the back straight, not really proving effective for Rinky, so Astronauti must be running some very low wings. Rinky locked up into the braking zone of turn 4 and almost smashed into the back of him.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, he avoided it, because that could have ended up really badly for him.
Aaron in the pits repairing his front wing.
Falcon has a time penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, Astronauti very slow through the second to last corner.
And Falcon over to Rinke.
Yeah, Rinky had to slow down because Astronauti was very slow through that corner and Golden Falcon capitalised, but they're side by side coming into turn 1. No, Rinky's got the move done before turn 1. Falcon's hit the backside of him though, and Peking right on the back now as well, as Falcon's just lagged into the wall.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what's going on here.
Yeah.
If my internet's going to be like this, I am not hosting F2. But as we've got a little battle on for the top 3 as Peking is into the final podium position. Nigel down into Golden Falcon now down into 5th. I think he got front wing damage after hitting the wall. We'll have a look. No, it looks like he's got a whole front wing. Peking almost getting past Rinky into turn 6 and 7 as well. I think there was like a 1/10 of a second between them on the
yeah, he had better
delta at the top. Look at that, Fast Peking Pro and Hyphens, both the hard chargers in this race, both gaining 7 positions. Hyphens should go up to 8 positions gained now, as Golden Falcon's in the pits.
Yeah.
Poor exit of turn 1 from Astronauti, so Rinky's right back on the back of him again. Got a nice little 3-car train going on here for the lead of the race. This is what we want to see, the podium drivers fighting it out. Rinky Morris and Fast Peaking Pro have DRS down the straight into turn 4. But Astronaut must be running some very low wings. Because they're not catching up as much as I thought they would.
Yeah.
Oh, Rinky and Fast Peaking Pro are almost side by side there. Oh dear, he made defensive moves everywhere. As Astronauty dives into the pits, can't take his Ultra Softs any longer, so Rinky's going to inherit the lead of the race. Fast Peaking Pro up into 2nd place, and we'll give Nigel the final podium spot. Be interested to see whether Astronauty comes out ahead of Hyphens. Doesn't look like he will, as Hyphens is coming through the 2nd to last corner now. So Hyphens will move up into 4th, as Astronauty had to have a change of front wing. That'll explain why he was so slow.
Yeah. And he's on softs, so 1 stop.
Yeah, quite possibly the 1 stop. I mean, if he's taken the Ultra Softs 10 laps, he should be able to take the Softs 25 or 26.
Yeah.
But they will be quite knackered at the end of the race. We'll really struggle on them at the end. Golden Falcon on Hyphens for 4th. Very late lunge from Golden Falcon, but it is clean, and he gets the move done into position 4. Very good move there from Golden Falcon. Aggressive late lunge, but no contact. Didn't push him wide.
But will the doctor hit?
We'll see if Rinky pits. No. Rinky staying out another lap.
Nigel into the pits. From P3. Nigel to the soft as well.
Yeah, Nigel onto soft tyres. Golden Falcon's going to reclaim 3rd position, but he will need to pit again as he's on the ultra soft compound still.
Yeah.
Some of these drivers look like they're going for the 2 stops. As Golden Falcon is one of those. I think Fast Peaking Pro is just sitting behind Rinky Morris waiting for him to pit so he can get some clear air and drive away on those super softs.
Yeah,
almost hitting the back of him though into turn 6. Yeah, Rinke's tyres are looking very worn now.
Yeah, he's gone now. And he's going to it.
So Peaking Pro, from starting 10th position, is now in the lead of the race.
Yeah.
Would not have predicted that at the start. Him and Hyphen Slayers, both a hard charger, both at 9 positions on their starting positions. Hyphen started 13th and last. And is now currently driving in 4th place. Also started on the super soft tyres. So he's yet to pit. But he's got Astronauty just behind him. As Hyphens has picked up a time penalty as I say that. And Astronauty gets a great exit out of the final corner. Is he going to try and make the move on Hyphens into turn 1? There's a 3rd car in there. There's Nigel in there as well. I thought Nigel was going to try and get involved in that. I didn't spot Nigel at first.
No, Nigel has better run.
Astronauty up into 4th out of turn 1. Nigel has a great run out of the first corner, but Hyphens has the inside line now. He's pulled behind. Let Nigel through.
Yeah.
So Hyphens has lost 2 corners in that first sector, or 2 positions, sorry, in that first sector, not 2 corners. Turning into Murray Walker. As Peaking Pro is in the pits on lap 13. So he's only pitted 1 lap later than Rinky Morris. Seems a little bit strange. He must be quite hard on his tyres, which is why he qualified on the super softs.
Yeah. And the soft. Soft, yeah.
Yeah, it is the soft tyres on Fast Peaking Pro. Golden Falcon will take the lead of the race. But with 1 more pit stop still left to do for Golden Falcon as he's pitted ultra softs.
Yeah. And Rinke is in the lead.
Yeah, net leader is Rinky Morris. 0.8 of a second ahead of Fast Peaking Pro, and then Astronauty 3 seconds down the road after changing his front wing. Nigel not far behind him as well. So this top 5 are quite close. I think there's about 6.5, 7 seconds on track separating them if I have a look. I want to leader. 7.2 seconds from 1st to 5th. Yeah. So it is quite close. Strategies could play a massive part of this, as there is a yellow flag in sector 3, and it's hyphens as well in the middle. The path is stim in sector 3 out of the final corner. Hyphens out of turn 4. That's hyphens out of the race.
Yeah.
The Papistin's still going, as he knows he can still score some points even if he finishes the race.
Yeah, he has damage.
What's happened to Nigel's? Nigel's made a mistake somewhere as well. He's got damage.
Wow.
He's down in 6th place with half a front wing.
Dane done with the fix.
So we've got some very uncharacteristic mistakes coming here from the F3 guys. Yeah. Dane is into the pits. Did pit early on though to fit a fresh set of ultra softs. I think to repair some damage as well that he picked up early on in the race. So he's now on the soft tyres.
Fast throw is still behind Rinke. So this is the battle for the lead.
No, yeah, effectively this is the battle for the lead, as Golden Falcon in front definitely has to pit again. He has no choice. He has to use 2 compounds of tyre.
Yeah.
Now Peking Pro with a great little run there. There's a little bit of lag from Rinke. Just 0.3 of a second between these two. Closest battle on track by some distance. So this could be interesting. These guys only have 1 lap difference between their tyres, which is not what I was expecting coming into this, as Peking started on the Supers and Rinke started on the Ultras.
Yeah.
Peking to only be doing 1 lap less on the softs at the end of the race seems a bit strange to me. He must be a little bit rougher on his tyres.
Yeah, maybe.
Apparently the stream is RIP. Great. It better not be. No, the stream's still working for me, Warlock. I've got it up on my laptop, so... Yeah, I've just spotted Peking running outside. There's a little bit of contact between the two on the exit curve of turn 1.
Yeah, but no damage. Good.
Yeah, no damage, but I think Peking got a little bit happy on the throttle coming out of turn 1, and the curb unsettled him a little bit.
Yeah.
Thankfully they both come out of it without any damage. So it means that Peking Pro can try again maybe in a couple of laps time. Closed in 2/10 in the last couple of sectors, or in the last couple of corners, sorry, has Peking done another 2/10 in that double left-hander. They could be in a good position to try the move coming into turn 1 or turn 3 again. Rinke with a poor exit there out of the second to last corner, running very wide through the final corner as well. This gives Peking Pro a chance here. Pulls into the slipstream, has the DRS open. Rinke's going to defend the inside, forcing Peking Pro around the outside. That's a wonderful move.
Nice move.
Wonderful overtake from Peking Pro around the outside of turn 1. Gets the move done, but there is going to be the run down to turn 3. Rinke's got some good straight line speed on that Red Bull. Brakes a little bit later. There is a little bit of lag as well, but both drivers come out of it without any damage. I think it is just Rinke that is lagging for me at the moment.
Yeah, maybe.
It is, yeah, it is Rinke that's lagging.
Astronaut is only behind 2 seconds.
Yeah, these two battling is allowing Astronaut back into this fight for the lead.
Yeah.
They could be back on for another 3-way battle for the lead again. for the second time in the race. Astronaut will be begging that these two continue their battle. As Peking Pro makes a mistake there, running a little bit wide out of the exit of 6, cutting turn 7.
Yeah.
Peking Pro's lost some time over the last lap.
Yeah, after yes.
He's out of the DRS range as well. Peking Pro is, which isn't going to help him. I mean, he's going to have to be faster than Rinky through the corners if he wants to stand any chance of catching back up. DRS will not help him now, as he doesn't have it. Astronaut has lost time on Peking Pro as well, so Rinky's pulled down a couple of good laps. Let's have a look at his lap times on the race director. Yeah, 1:10.5, so that last lap was 7 tenths faster than the lap he did previously, even if he is still lagging a bit. Compared to Fast Peking Pro's last 2 laps, which have been an 11.2 and an 11.5. Calmel picks up a corner cutting penalty. Calmel down in 7th place. Could be under pressure from Dane in a few laps' time, and Dane's only 2.5 seconds off him.
Yeah.
Peking Pro's caught up though on the back of Rinky, or not on the back, but caught up by a couple of tenths on that lap. Rinky runs very wide on turn 1, big mistake. Could that cost him? As I think it will give Peking Pro DRS coming out of turn 3. Yeah, it will give him DRS coming out of turn 3.
Yeah.
As Dave is in the pits for a fresh set of soft tyres. His second stop of the race.
Why soft? Yeah, I don't know.
16 laps to go, he could easily go, well the super softs, it could still be a stretch on the super softs to take him 16 laps. Maybe he just wants to be able to push without having to conserve tyres.
Yeah.
Peking Pro now only half a second behind Rinky.
Yeah.
He's making a couple of mistakes, he doesn't seem to like that middle sector of the track, Rinky Morris.
Rinke is only using standard and hard braking. He has bridge everywhere, so that's why he's catching.
Okay. Still looks like he doesn't like. He does always seem to lose a lot of time through that double left-hander. The gap is half a second. It did say 2 tenths for a second there, but I don't believe that.
Yeah.
It's half a second as they exit turn 1 on the run down to turn 3. Of course, turn 2 is that little kink just before the braking zone. Peking Pro will open DRS out of turn 3. How much time can he gain down this straight? Dane's closed in a second on the last lap as well on Calmel for 7th. Dane's now within that 1 second window of Calmel.
Yeah.
So that could be another battle worth watching in a bit. I think Peking Pro's now in that range where he's close enough to be getting dirty air effect through the higher speed corners, such as this one, and the final corner coming up. Yeah, it looks like he's getting a bit of understeer as a result, but again DRS out of the final corner as Golden Falcon has made his final pit stop of the race. Will it be for, he's going to be for super soft tyres.
Yeah.
Super soft tyres going on the Renault, so he will be one of the fastest drivers on the track. Expect to see some fastest lap from him.
He is 14 seconds behind the lead. But now he has clear air can push. So
He does, yeah, he's 10 seconds.
He might get Astronaut to the air.
10 seconds to Astronaut in front and 7 seconds to Nigel behind. As Dane has overtaken Calmel. Calmel must have made a mistake because he's already 2 seconds behind. Oh, very early turning from Peking Pro, almost losing it out of turn 6.
Yeah, wow.
Very close to making a race costing mistake there, Fast Peking Pro, the winner in Canada.
Now he has no DRS.
Yeah, he's back out of DRS range again, but he is back into it through the slipstream out of the final corner. So he needs a good run towards turn 3. And he might still get DRS out of turn 3 towards turn 4. Back over a second again. Oh, we'll see. It's very close because DRS detection point was just on that kink at turn 2, and I think it just went under a second. No, he doesn't have it. It was just over a second at the detection point. There's still no DRS for Peking Pro. That mistake has cost him. And it means he's now going to spend a few more laps catching up again. Exactly a second, I think, when they cross that line. So, oh, as Peking Pro has a penalty for cutting the second to last corner. Yeah. Peking Pro does have DRS though, back in that DRS range. I'm not sure whether Rinky has any penalties or not. I'll have to check that.
One.
Rinky has one penalty as well, so both of these drivers have a penalty.
Warning. One penalty, one warning.
And just the one penalty for Peking Pro, which he's just picked up. So these two drivers now level on penalties, and just a second between them on track as Rinky's gone very wide through turn 3.
Yeah.
Very costly mistake. I don't know whether he just locked up under brakes trying to get past the AI car Clayton. But Rinky's made a huge error there. That's cost him 7/10 of a second and has put Fast Peking Pro right back on the back of him again.
But Falcon is only 7.4 behind.
Yeah, Golden Falcon is catching Astronauti very quickly.
9.5 start of last lap.
Wow, it's 2 seconds a lap difference between Golden Falcon and Astronauti. Yeah. That's how much those fresh super softs are helping him out there.
Yeah.
Oh, Rinky again with another mistake. Peking Pro's got the position.
Yeah.
And has the DRS to steam away before the braking zone for turn 1. Rinky Morris making uncharacteristic mistakes and costing himself the lead of the race. First in turn 3, then out of the final corner. Will he get enough of a good slipstream to try and move into turn 3? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it, but he will have DRS. So could he maybe try and pounce back and take the lead back off of Peking Pro? Peking Pro defends to the inside. There is a little bit of lag from Rinky. He's going to try and sweep around the outside of turn 4. They're still side by side. A little bit of the grass clipped, I think, by Rinky there. But Peking Pro holds on to the lead. I thought Rinky might have tried to keep the side-by-side action going for another couple of corners, but no. Peking Pro holds on to first position. Good defending. But also a good attempt at an overtake from Rinky. Tried to sweep around the outside of turn 4. Would have been fantastic had it paid off. Peking Pro runs a little bit wide on the exit of the final corner. That could well be a warning.
Yeah, Falcon behind 6.
The Papistine is out of the race. Loses it out of turn 5, I think that is. Seems like a very odd play. Is that out of turn 5?
I don't know.
It is, yeah, it is out of turn 5. So you've just seen Dane go past, and Dane's just through that section of the track.
Yeah.
Not sure what's happened there. Whether he clipped the grass just before the turn in or something like that.
Nigel has damage and in the pits.
Nigel again into the pits. That's his second pit stop onto the super soft tyres. Ultra soft tyres, sorry, not super softs.
Yeah.
But that's going to drop him down to 7th place. But will give him a massive advantage of the faster tyres.
Replace his wing.
So I've got Calmel's just picked up a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. No, it looks like Nigel does still have front wing damage. Slightly on that left-hand end plate.
It is just really annoying when it's the switch. You have the yellow damage and it's on auto. And
it doesn't change it, yeah.
Yeah. That happened, I think, for Aaron earlier.
Especially if you crash like coming out of the final corner or whatever. Like if you hit the wall or lose your front wing just before the pit lane entry, you don't have time to change it to yes. Which means you then pit, change your tyres and don't change your wing. So you're going to have to drive around for a full lap. Rinky right on the back of Peking Pro. He's been using the DRS to his advantage. So within the 10th of a second, Peking Pro I thought was the faster of the two on looking at pace in qualifying and early on in this race. Rinky's been making mistakes, but he's still right on the back in the hunt for the lead of the race. As we're about to start lap 28 of 36 and 9 laps to go in the race. Gap's now 0.8 of a second, so Peking Pro pulled away in that final sector. As Calmel picks up another speeding in the pit lane warning. That's his second in a row.
Yeah.
So Calmel really struggling with the pit entries.
He's just struggling to change his wing.
I assume that's why he came back in, but they also had to do a stop-go for his last pit stop. So they couldn't service his car for 5 seconds, and then he had to change his wing, so that would have been something like a 13, 14 second pit stop for Calmel there.
Now his AI, I think. Nothing more.
But that'll drop Calmel to 8, almost a lap behind the driver in 7th, which is Nigel. But we've still got this battle for the lead going on between Peking Pro and Rinky. Still just half a second between them. Of course, this is a section of the track where Peking Pro is far stronger.
Falcon is slowly catching, but not hugely anymore.
As I considering the gap was closed by 2 seconds on one lap by Falcon, he's only closed it in by a further 4 seconds in the last 6-7 laps. As Rinky picks up his second penalty, running wide out of turn 1. Quite an easy place to get warnings.
And Fast Peking Pro has two warnings.
I only did have 2.
Yeah, 1 penalty, 2 warnings.
Okay.
So
So at the moment Peking Pro has a 3.5 second gap, not a 0.5 second gap. But we know how easy it is to cut corners around Austria. Or to track extend, I think, is the easier thing to do.
Yeah.
One mistake could cost you your race here.
Yeah, the penalties are game changing. But Border Falcon 3.4 seconds behind Astronaut.
He's going to be right in the back of Astronaut at the end of the race. Well spotted.
Yeah, on a 6 laps.
6 laps to go to make 2 seconds up. I reckon he could be on the back of him by about lap 33.
Yeah,
2 laps time will be within DRS. That's my prediction.
But he does not have that much fuel. Only,
Neither does Astronauti. They both have the same amount. Oh, Fast Peking Pro, very slow through turn 4. Rinky's right on the back of him here.
Yeah.
Just a quarter of a second between them. I think Peking Pro must have taken a slow entry for a fast exit out of turn 4. But it's cost him because Rinky's right on the back of him and gets the best of that slipstream effect. As they come out of 6 and 7 on the run down to 8. Oh, Peking Pro very wide out of the final corner. Must have hit that sausage curb on the apex. And Rinky's back into the lead of the race.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff between these two. Mistakes are what is costing them, but it's still meaning that we've got some form of action on track. Drivers changing positions. Rinky Morris now in the lead again for the 3rd time in this race.
Falcon only 1 second behind.
1.1, yeah, so he could well be in DRS by the end of this lap. He won't have it coming out of turn 3 here, because the gap is 1.2, but he should well have it by the pit straight.
Yeah.
Peaking's going to want to make up for that mistake and get back in front of Rinky Morris again. Also noticing, looking at the two drivers' tyres, that Peking Pro's tyres look considerably worse than Rinky's as well, even though he's done 1 lap less on those soft tyres.
Yeah.
Much more graining on those soft tyres of Fast Peking Pro, the Korean driver. Just 1/10 of a second in it, he's got DRS. He's going to look for a move up the inside. He is going to look for a move up the inside. Rinky just blocks it off pretty well. Hold on to the lead. It's a good job he didn't turn in that fraction later, otherwise that could have been an accident. But well judged by Rinky in defence.
And Falcon right behind Astronauti.
Falcon is right behind Astronauti for position 3. He's going to have DRS coming out of turn 3 as well. Not sure what kind of wings they're running in comparison. Remember, Astronauti's running very low wings. Always seems to be able to maintain the gap down the straights. And he's pulling away from Golden Falcon, and Golden Falcon has DRS.
Wow.
Extremely low wings being run by Astronauti here. Golden Falcon unable to catch up on the straights.
And Danes on a new ultra soft.
Oh, Peking Pro taking all the curb in turn 7. Really pushing that car, trying to get the lead back off Rinky Morris. But of course, Rinky does have that second penalty.
Might get this move.
Whoa, the switch of position. There's contact into the second last corner. Astronauti turning in.
Yeah.
While Golden Falcon was there on the inside. I think Golden Falcon's got away without any damage, but not sure Astronauti judged his defending well there from my point of view.
Yeah. That's not really an overtaking spot.
No, but you still need to give space for somebody if they're trying it, even if it's not really an overtaking position.
Yeah, I know. But I think Astronaut thought he wasn't going for it because he faked it on the outside and went to the inside.
He did switch positions very quickly, that is true.
But nice try.
He's now going to make up another 2 seconds again, but with only 3 laps to go after this one. He's running out of time to take that final podium position. And Peking Pro is dropping back from Rinky Morris as well. His tyres must be going. There's his second penalty as well, so now both drivers for position 1 and 2 have 2 penalties.
Yeah, Falcon has 2 penalties and Astronaut has no penalties.
Okay, so Golden Falcon isn't really going to be able to take 3rd position unless he pulls away a 6-second gap out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So Astronaut is pretty much guaranteed 3rd place then.
Yeah.
And unless Peking Pro can find some lightning speed from somewhere, Rinky Morris should take the lead of the race. Golden Falcon's picked up his 3rd penalty of the race, so that is now his chances of a podium over and done with. But he will be safe in 4th as Dave, the next car, is 21.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
Championship leader, of course, Dave.
Yeah.
Won't be after this race, I don't think. I don't have the standings to hand.
Yeah, probably not.
I doubt it, because it is very close between the drivers here in F3.
Yeah, very close.
As Dane puts in a fastest lap of the race of a 1:08.5 on the ultra soft tyres.
Yeah.
Not a bad lap, it's just for honours really, the fastest lap. There's no special rewards or points awarded for the fastest lap. But it does give you a nice feeling when you get the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Especially when you've had a crap race.
I think Ring will get the championship lead after this race.
Quite possibly. I mean, Fast Peking Pro will probably move up into the top 4 with a 1st and a 2nd in his first 2 races. That is, of course, if Rinky can keep within track limits for these last 2 laps.
Yeah, I think he can.
You just got to be careful, just got to be cautious, because I think he knows that Fast Peking Pro's tyres are gone.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah, 1.6 second gap.
No, he has He doesn't have to push anymore.
As Dane puts in another fastest lap of 108.200.
Yeah, Falcon behind Astra. What next?
Yeah, this is just for on-track position. This is not for, well, this is just for bragging rights, really. It's not for the on-track position because of the penalties that Golden Falcon's picked up in this race.
Yeah.
Oh, Astronauti very sideways on the exit of the corner, tries to squeeze him out for room. Falcon's on the grass. Astronauti clearly not aware that Falcon was there on the outside. As a result, that's meant Falcon's locked up and gone straight on at the exit of turn 1, and that is the podium over. He's lit up the rear tyres as he's re-going the track as well. Disaster for Golden Falcon. Astronauti giving him no space on the exit of the final corner, as there's a yellow flag in the final sector for Calmel. Out of turn 6 and 7. Common losing place for it, but Rinky Morris, the race leader, starts the final sector of the race on his final lap. Been a solid drive from him. He's had the lead 3 or 4 times, made a few mistakes here and there which almost cost him, but finally got the move done on Fast Peaking Pro, whose tyres went off too much towards the end. Rinky Morris is going to cross the line to take the win in Austria. Great drive from him. Fast Peaking Pro crosses the line in 2nd place, 1.9 seconds behind. Astronauti, with some questionable defending at best, is going to come across in 3rd. Denying Golden Falcon a chance, but he did have 3 corner cutting penalties. We'll just see him drop massively behind.
Fast Peaking Pro, started P10. Now P2.
Yeah, very, very good drive from Fast Peaking Pro, starting on the super soft tyres, as well as Dave's lit up the rear tyres on the exit of the final corner and crosses the line in 5th. Almost takes 4th from Golden Falcon due to Golden Falcon's penalties.
And Nigel P6.
Nigel P6, and Dane is going to cross the line in P7. Put in the fastest lap of the race as well, the Great Dane, as he does some burnouts as he crosses the line. Well, there was some stuff going on in that race. There was always something going on, whether it be a driver catching another, the 3-car battle we had for the lead.
Yeah, that was really great race.
Even though we only had, what, 8 people finish the race, there was something going on all the time. And there are the podium sitters. Red Bull of Rinky Morris, very happy to take the checkered flag and the win. So there we go, this is the classification. Rinky Morris finishes as the race winner, Fast Peaking Pro in 2nd, Astronauti in 3rd in the Toro Rosso, despite some questionable defending of Golden Falcon in the latter stages of the race, who finishes 4th. Dave, who was championship leader coming into this race, will now not be, I believe, down in 5th. Nigel in the Red Bull in 6th. Great Dane in 7th, and that is Calmel's car down in 8th, with the other drivers failing to finish the race because they were AI.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether we're going to do any interviews or not.
Yeah.
I will invite them anyway. We'll see if we can ask them any questions. If anybody's still watching the stream, if you have any questions for the podium sitters, please send them into the chat. We want Fast Peaking Pro, and we want Rinky. Provided they all speak English, that is. astronaut he has joined the party. So there's one of our podium sitters. See if we can get the other two in. If the other two don't join, we'll just leave it there. There's no point in asking questions to one person, really. Yes. We'll see, he's got an invite, so we'll see. We do have 9 viewers of the stream, but nobody's put any questions in the chat yet. Wonderful viewership here, guys. Oh, 5 o'clock in the morning wake up. I don't particularly. My brain isn't functioning that well at the moment. I can't think of questions myself. I was watching on the stream, he didn't, because he was alongside you on the outside and then pulled to the inside. So he had the space for the move, but that's what I saw on the stream. It might have looked different from your POV. No, it's not. I admit it's not a great place to try and overtake, but he did have this. He should have been allowed the space to try it. Does not look like the other two are joining. So I will leave the stream there. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We will see you for the next race, which I believe is Britain. I might be wrong, but I believe it's Britain. I haven't got the calendar to hand, so I can't really check. But we've got F2 starting in about 50 minutes time, so we'll see you then. See you later.